Hi Virgo, welcome to your general energies for the 6th to the 12th of April 2020. I hope you guys are doing great today. I'm not doing a really extended astrology read to front load because I did load the full moon reading yesterday. I'm going to link it at the end of this video, or you could just check it out separately. It's the pink full moon that we have on Tuesday the 7th, but I am going to talk about some best days for you guys this week. I just want to talk about the general energies. So Monday, I like it. You really, actually guys, you have no stressful aspects this week. You really don't, meaning specifically to your sign, specifically. So the energy is going to be pretty supportive this week. Not to say that we're not going through other stressors right now, but we do have the moon is in your own sign on Monday. So that's going to be a great day to take initiative, to start something new, try out a new look even, right? I do like that we have also there, we have that moon sign happening beautifully on Monday as well with Mars and we with Mercury rather, which is all about communication. So there's a lot of harmony having to do with communication. There's a lot of harmony having to do with anything having to do with getting your ideas across smoothly, being understood, understanding others, writing, speaking, teaching, learning. Filling out applications, guys. Those of you who are out of work right now, and I know so many people are, great energy to fill out applications, great energy to fill out a profile on a dating site. I know that sounds silly, but that will be relevant for some people. Really good energy to do that. So I do want to mention that. Sacrifice. What can you let go of? Ooh, okay. What else did I want to tell you about these days? Now, the full moon, actually, on the 7th, you got a lot of really good energy popping for you there that day. Besides Mercury, all right, being in there, really harmonious. We also have an opportunity period that's starting for you on Tuesday. So, but the thing is, this is not the obvious kind of opportunities. You really have to keep your eyes and your ears open and be very open-minded, because you're going to be talking to somebody, seeing something online, seeing something on TV, seeing something that's going to pop and inspire you to do something different. It's going to be a really, really good thing for you, because on that same day, we have the moon's going to be in your personal finance sector. So, and there's no other stressful aspects there. So this is a good time to take care of money matters, like getting rid of debt, figuring out a savings plan, if you could do that, or just, shifting things around. A lot of people are shifting their money around, but this is a really good time to do it. It's also a good time to get a new job. This is a great time to bring harmony to existing relationships, or to even attract love for those of you who are single right now. So we have all of that happening on Tuesday, which is really, actually Tuesday and Wednesday, I do have to say. Tuesday and Wednesday, two really, really good days. Yeah, I like it. And Friday and Saturday are the best days having to do with your love planets. But it doesn't necessarily have to be connected to specific love, but it can be to opportunity, also some connection to money. So I do like it. I think the absolute best day is probably going to be Tuesday for you. It does seem to me. But let's see how it goes here. And again, those are just the energies that are available to you to work through whatever stuff we have going on. So we do have a lot of stuff going on with the outer planets. Okay, so we're doing a past, present, challenge, future, and then I'm going to do a separate love read. This I'm going to connect to relationship as well as career. All right, we do both. Try to give you guys as much info as I can. Alrighty, so let's talk about the past first, or at the past, meaning the energy coming into this. So it would be like, the energy of like this week. So we have temperance energy. So the temperance energy is about being in a space where you're realizing what you need, what somebody else needs, where there's reciprocity, right? Because temperance is a Sagittarius card. And the Sagittarius is about moving forward with integrity. Sagittarius also rules like religion and belief systems, right? So this is about you being in a space with either a relationship or with a job where are you getting what you need? Are they getting from you what they need? And is this situation being met? Like, does the relationship have what it needs to survive? Does what this career require, is that being met, right? That's really what the temperance energy is. I really like it because it's very much that reciprocity energy, right? So it's that idea, but then we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. Okay, so some sort of cycle ending, Mercury in Virgo, Mercury and you guys in the reverse. Okay, so this cycle ended already. One sword at a time, over time. Now, this could be from really painful word exchange, some sort of lies, all right, because Mercury is communication and truth, and in reverse can indicate lying through omission, straight up lies, unhealthy communication in a way where you were not able to move forward in it. So therefore, a cycle had to end. So maybe you were given a lot of lip service by somebody. If this has to do with a career, maybe you were promised, somebody promised you a rose garden, right? It was just, they had never delivered. It was not, ended up not being what it was supposed to be. It ends up being just one thing after another that created the end of a cycle. Okay. If this has to do with a relationship, same thing. One sword at a time, over time, it just became too much. But then we have the Ace of Wands, which, I like this, because the Ace is always a new cycle. It's a brand new beginning. Wands are passion, it's will, it's moving forward. So that's really good. So I get that, the idea of temperance, and Virgo, you guys really are about really recognizing what's fair, what's not. You really are, right? I mean, you can recognize if a situation, because you guys, first of all, are such incredible critical thinkers. You really, really are. I mean, out of the entire zodiac, you guys are where it's at when it comes to being able to pull apart the reality of a situation. You know what I mean? And you really identifying that there were needs that were not being met in something. So this cycle ended, and then you making this decision to start something new, go in a different direction. Okay, now, could have been that the things didn't work out because of the quarantine. I don't even want to hyper focus on that at this point. Let's just read the energies as they present themselves. So right now in your situation, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse. Now, the Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment energy. So right now you're in a space of not working towards that wish fulfillment, and it's because of something very painful that happened, some sort of betrayal. It's the Three of Swords energy, but I do want to say that this is a lot more positive in the reverse. Because in the reverse, this indicates while there was something that was very painful, while there was something that happened in this exchange that felt very, you felt betrayed, the truth of it is coming out now. The swords are falling out. The swords are falling out of the heart, right? In a lot of other decks, you'll see these swords in a heart. So the swords are falling out, which means that there's going to be conversation and communication towards some sort of at least understanding. Not even if it's not healing, it's at least towards understanding. And then we have the Six of Wands, which is about respect and about success. So really benefic energy here. So I do feel like that while you're not able to reach your wish fulfillment right now, there is some sort of truth of a situation that's revealing itself. And this understanding in revealing itself is actually going to be able to push you onto a path where you're more respected and you're going to be able to gain more respect. So that speaks very clearly to any sort of career situation. Equally so with a relationship, this could be you recognizing that being in this relationship is absolutely never going to bring you where you want to go. And you're getting really honest with yourself. You are seeing somebody for who they really, really are, and you're recognizing that something very painful happened here. Now, it could be a third-party situation if it has to do with relationship. It absolutely doesn't have to be. It just simply needs to be something external to your relationship, having to do with work. This would be something external within your work sector that happened that ended up creating this feeling of betrayal. So it could be, for example, your boss promising that you would be able to be set up at home and you're not. Your boss saying that you were still going to be paid during during the quarantine and you're not. That could be that feeling of betrayal. This could be just somebody promising you something and not following through. That could give that feeling of betrayal. But the bottom line here is at the end, we have the Six of Wands, and we like this, right? Because this is, having gone through quite a lot but gaining respect. So there's respect gained and there's success on the other side of it. Now your fear though, and this isn't real, this is your fear. We have the Judgment reverse, and which is a Pluto energy. It's all about transformation. So your fear is that things aren't going to be a whole lot different, right? That the transformation isn't going to happen, right? And you're afraid of money. I mean, you're afraid for your money, all right? Now, also the Four of Coins energy is an indicator of self-protection, right? It's like holding your hands close to your chest, in a mode of self-protection. Now, it could literally be holding on to your money because you're afraid that somebody's going to come along and steal it, or it could just be holding on to yourself so that somebody can't come along and violate you in any kind of way, right? So in your fear position though is you being in that space. So I feel like you're afraid of feeling vulnerable. You're afraid for your money right now. You're afraid that things aren't going to be any different. And then we have the Queen of Cups energy here. So you could literally be afraid of a Gemini or Cancer. Okay, that could be a situation here. But Gemini is about is communication. And it's about forward movement, right? Because, Mercury rules Gemini, and it's the third house energy about like everyday travel to work. It's communication. It's what we do online. It's higher education. It's teaching. It's learning. It's all of those things. And then we have the Cancer energy, which is that, metaphorical home space and safety. So I get that you're afraid for your safety. You're afraid of how things are going to be moving forward. You're just really scared. I get this very scared vibe of, are you going to be able to learn the things that you need to learn? Are you going to be able to really execute what you need to execute if when you change positions, if this has to do with a career, if it has to do with a relationship, this is you being afraid that things are never going to change in the relationship. And, you're always going to have this need to protect yourself. And that you're just never going to feel like things are moving forward into a space where you feel like really comfortably safe and at home with this person. You could feel at home with somebody and not safe with them, right? So the safety is the key word here, And I'm not even talking about that you think they're going to come in and be violent with you. I mean, that could be for some of you, but you know what I mean about safety, like that you could just feel free to absolutely be 100% yourself, and they're going to love you from here to heaven anyway, right? You don't have that concern about anything else, and that's really hard to find, right? So then we have as the outcome, we have the Seven of Coins in reverse, we have the Five of Cups, and then we have the Moon reverse. Okay, I like the Moon reverse. So the Seven of Coins reverse, Seven of Coins is that Apprentice card. This is the energy of starting a new cycle in a job. It's learning something new. It's in reverse. So this is telling me that, the hard work is not going to be put in, or the work is not going to be offered to you right now, right? Because Saturn and Taurus, Saturn rules Capricorn. It's all about work. And Taurus is money, right? But it's ruled by Venus. It's about feeling really good about yourself. It is a money planet also, besides being connected to love. So what I'm getting here is there might be a challenge here in finding new work, if this has to do with career, and you're very, very focused on, what you don't have instead of recognizing what you do have, right? But I feel like you're being pushed onto a path that you're really meant to be on, because then we have the Moon reverse. And remember, the Moon rules everything that's below, right? That's below us. So it's what we feel deep inside. And a lot of times it's where what we don't want to see in ourselves or in a situation or in another person, that's where that hangs out. It's where we choose to not see things. But in reverse, it's us being honest about that stuff and letting everything rise to the top, and really being able to look at things for what they are. Now, if this has to do with the relationship, that Seven of Coins does indicate the inability to actually move forward in a way where you're going to be putting in the hard work to actually build that stronger foundation with the person. And you're very focused on the lack and on the hurt and the pain of the relationship. And you're having a hard time truly tapping into your feelings of self-worth right now, as things are making you feel pretty bad. But you're getting really honest with yourself. I mean, this moon reverse, I can't tell you how positive it is. It just really is, because I don't know if in this card does it show. It doesn't really show in this one. But usually on the moon card, there's this definitive kind of like path in the distance. And I always like to bring that out. That happens to not be in this card, but it is still in the energy for me, where you're going to be getting in touch with something deep inside of yourself, really honest with your authentic self, your integrity, all of that. And you're going to be realizing things that need to change. You're going to be realizing, oh, I just realized this, right? Going back to sacrifice. What can you let go of? This is pretty much what I was just going to say in my next sentence. What can you let go of? Yeah. Very necessary. Very necessary. And you have really good energy supporting you this week to do this work. And when I say that, guys, I don't mean it's easy because the energy is supportive. I mean, the energy is supportive so that when you set your mind and you make the decision that you're going to do something, the energy is supporting you. And you know what I mean. I think those of you who are in touch know what I mean, where some days the energy is just a little thicker than others, we're trying to push things forward. But the energy looks good. It really does. You had some wonky energy this week, like Wednesday, and like I'm doing this on Saturday. I feel like maybe today you had a couple of this and that you had to deal with, but yeah, looks pretty good till the very end of the month. And you have something else you have to deal with there. So this is going to be for love, for those of you open to it. Celtic cross spread. Okay, so coming into this energy, we have the Strength card. So, in your past with this person, there was this feeling like you felt very strong, you felt very excited, you felt very passionate, there was a moving forward. The Strength is the Leo energy, right? It's about, I've been through a lot, but, I'm going to give this a go. I'm going to, because even though she knows that the lion could just turn around and bite her head off, but she's taking that calculated risk, right? And she's being strong and she's being unafraid and uninhibited. And she's taking that, she's giving it a go because she feels very passionate about it, right? It's not gender specific, anyway. But the situation right now, we have Judgment and the Hermit. Ooh, yeah, we got you. We are crossing you here. All right, so the Judgment is Pluto. Pluto's all about transformation. It's transformation, but something has to die off first. So some sort of situation or cycle has to die first for it to be reborn. And it's through that rebirth that forgiveness is found. So that's a situation that's being crossed by the Hermit energy, which is you, which is so funny, right? So this could literally just be you, right? Focusing on this transformation that you're going through. Or it could just be this idea of very deep, pensive deep, pensive landscape kind of thinking. Like you're thinking about everything. You're taking that mental space aside and you're just thinking about everything. Thinking. That's what Virgo does, right? Now, crowning this, though, we have the High Priestess reverse. Now, the High Priestess is a moon energy, and I know a lot of people don't like this energy. I like it because, again, whenever we have the moon reverse, it means things are not going to stay hidden. They're going to come out. They're going to rise to the surface. This might not be an entirely comfortable energy, but it's a really healthy one, where the reality, not necessarily you, Virgo, this could even be the person that you're dealing with, but the reality of whatever is going on in this relationship or having to do with the situation is going to be rising to the top. And better out than in, right? When it comes to stuff like that. All right, better to put everything out on the table So at least you know. It's better to know. It's the not knowing that's horrible, right? And then we have as the foundation, we have the King of Cups in reverse. So this is a Libra and Scorpio energy, which indicates to me that there's not going to be a transformation in this relationship. Okay? I mean, that's literally what this is. You know, Knight of Cups. It's literally, because it's Knight of Cups, yeah. Because Aquarius is about, it's Aquarius and Pisces. Aquarius is about, we're going to shake things up and do things differently, right? Because it's ruled by Uranus. And Pisces is about chasing that dream, right? Going after that dream, that Neptunian dream. And it's just things not being any different. Like wanting the transformation, but things aren't going to be any different. Some sort of truth is going to come out. Now, representing you right now, we have the Temperance reverse. So the Temperance reverse is, you know, this is Sagittarius energy. So this is about you feeling like this is not speaking to your integrity. This is you not willing to, because this is about, you know, you getting what you need, them getting what they need, and the situation the relationship literally having what it needs, and you're just not doing that. You're just not doing that. Something has happened, and you're realizing that this is just not going to work. You're not willing to go past a certain line. We have the Knight of Swords here as your partner, which is very interesting to me. This is a Taurus and Gemini card. So this is somebody coming in with a lot of communication, really professing, you know, that they want to try something new. They want to try, you know, let's move this forward. Well, the Taurus energy, besides it being a pentacle energy, it's ruled by Venus. So Venus is all about love and connected to money, but also our self-esteem and how we feel about things, right? So this is somebody communicating love to you. Somebody communicating that, their truth of this relationship, right? Coming in and, which I'm feeling like, of course they are, because we got the High Priestess reverse. So I feel like the reality of a situation is really like rising to the top. You're so funny because you're like, yeah, I'm not doing like, you are, because, okay, the Temperance energy is connected to Sagittarius. And again, Sagittarius rules belief systems and religion and what we're okay with. And something about the situation does not make you feel okay, and you're not selling yourself out anymore. Like either this person shows up or they get out. Like that's it. I feel like that. And it's not that you don't love them. It's that you don't want to be in something that is not completely authentic. And really, really authentic. I mean, that's it. Just really authentic, because there's an element about this person that I'm sensing that you don't feel is very authentic. Your fear position is the Queen of Cups reverse. So, I mean, I understand that. This is forward movement, in a space that's going to bring you to that space of safety. So there's something about this person that you don't trust. I'm getting that. Because to get this in your fear position, all right, fine, Gemini is about moving forward. It's about communicating, right? Communicating and all of that. But then Cancer is safety and that metaphorical home space, right? And we only don't feel safe with people who we can't trust, right? Is if we really trust somebody, we can feel safe with them. So there's something about this energy that you feel challenged in trusting. Oh, and does this confuse you? Two of Coins energy. It's like, I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to put in the level of work that's necessary to move this forward. I don't know if they're able to do it. I don't know. This is you just really like trying to decide. But then in the near future, we have the Four of Wands energy, which is awesome. I have to tell you, this is Jupiter and Leo. This is one of the best cards in the deck as far as relationship energies go, because this is all about engagement, marriage, firm foundation. Firm foundation. It's Jupiter in Libra. Libra's a relationship energy. Again, it's about fairness. Ruled by, Venus is about love. It's connected to money. It's, beautiful, beautiful. And then Jupiter is about moving forward with integrity. And it's also, about luck and expansion. So I feel like, wherever There is something, yeah. There is something that you are going to have to let go of, though. I mean, it might be just as simple as well, connected to this relationship, is, you know, what is it about them that makes you feel unsafe? And is it based in reality, or is it based on your fears? Is it based on your interpretation of a situation, or is it honestly based in reality? Because I feel like it kind of does seem like this person, not kind of, it does, you know, and listen, the guys, the energies could always be flip-flop. Your partner can be the one where they're just like not willing to be fair, and you're the one offering the cup, but I'm understanding this is your energy. But this is a very positive energy, very well intended, though, you know, you always just want to know, like, maybe somebody is just not, can I say this? Virgo, only because you guys are very critical of yourselves, you're very critical of other people. Again, the critical analysis serves you in so many ways in your life. You know, call it what it is. You guys are amazing workers. Everybody wants to be a colleague of a Virgo. You know what I mean? Like, you're such an incredible sign. In relationship, depending on the energy that you're dealing with, that critical eye can be quite stressful. So you can be dealing with an energy that's very well intended, but for you, they might miss the mark on how they should show up in certain ways. And you may have to let go of that if they're a really good person otherwise, like besides that. Do you know what I mean? But I do get the Four of Wands as your near future, so it does seem pretty nice. So that is what I have for you guys this week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like my energy, please subscribe. Thank you for hanging out with me, those of you who are my subscribers already. And stay safe, guys. Really stay healthy. I live in New York. It's a hot mess here. But you guys take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.